I'm Erin Bradrick, Senior Counsel at NEO Law Group in San Francisco. In this video, we'll be talking about alternatives to forming a nonprofit. While incorporating a nonprofit and applying for tax exemption may be the right choice in some instances, often there's a better alternative that allows you to achieve your charitable goals. Running a nonprofit is hard work. It requires not only engaging in activities to further your mission, but also raising sufficient funds, managing staff and volunteers, complying with all applicable laws, filing necessary registrations and returns, and ensuring that appropriate governance structures are in place. It's no surprise that many nonprofits do not survive past their first 5 years and end up incurring significant penalties and liabilities for failing to file all necessary returns and registrations. With that in mind, let's talk about some alternatives to forming a nonprofit. One alternative is partnering with an existing nonprofit. If there is a nonprofit in your area that is doing work similar to what you want to do or has a related mission, you may want to check with the organization to see if there are opportunities for collaboration, possibly through volunteering with the nonprofit or raising funds to start and lead a new program within the organization. Working with an existing organization can save you the expense and time of starting a new nonprofit, and may be especially appropriate if you intend for the organization to remain fairly small and want to focus your efforts on programmatic and fundraising activities, not on administration and governance. Another alternative is fiscal sponsorship. In its most common form, fiscal sponsorship involves the existing nonprofit agreeing to make your project one of its programs, but giving you the right to spin it off to another fiscal sponsor or independent nonprofit if the sponsorship doesn't work out. The sponsor typically charges a percentage of monies raised for the project as a sponsorship fee. Fiscal sponsorship may be particularly attractive if you're not sure whether your charitable venture will succeed and you would like the opportunity to incubate it for an initial period. Finally, creating a donor-advised fund may be an attractive alternative to forming a grant-making nonprofit. While you give up legal control over your donations to a donor-advised fund, you retain advisory privileges as to the distribution of the funds in the account, which are very likely going to be respected by the organization sponsoring the fund. The important thing is to make sure you consider all of your options, engage in the necessary planning, and conduct research in advance of starting any nonprofit to make sure that whatever route you decide to go is going to allow you to most efficiently and effectively achieve your charitable goals. We hope that this has been helpful, and stay tuned for our next video on tips for nonprofits.